Toy Boy.
Welcome to Toy Boy Federation. I'm your host, Maximum Croonage, and today we will be unboxing and reviewing the Ultimate Edition Ultimate Warrior figure by Mattel. Us in the toy collecting community have been looking forward to these with equal measures enthusiasm and skepticism. Let's just go right into digging into this bad boy, and we're gonna do a comparison with a traditional Elite figure and see how it stacks up. As you can see, we have two different sets of additional interchangeable hands. We have an additional head that we can swap out for this guy. You know, the funny thing about this Ultimate Edition Ultimate Warrior figure is the fact that this, being from WCW's Halloween Havoc 98, means that this Ultimate Edition Ultimate Warrior figure is actually just the Ultimate Edition of the Warrior figure, because at that point he wasn't even Ultimate Warrior, he was just Warrior. I'm not usually super goo-goo gaga about fabric. In this case, I do think this was the right call because I think that having a huge, chunky rubber casing for this figure would basically counteract the whole point of it being an Ultimate Edition in terms of its posability. I think it would sit on it really awkwardly. So I do think this is a good call. Let's take this off. It's interesting that they have the plastic bands around this as well, just like the ones that come in the packaging, so that the tassels, etc., do not get caught up in this, which is cool. But I feel like it's kind of almost like how in Macy's, etc., they'll have like a really well-fitting shirt on a mannequin, but then you approach it from behind and see that it's kind of cinched up, and they have it kind of like a safety pin together, whatnot. Because once I pop these little protective plastic doodads off, yeah, it's probably going to be stupid difficult to get this back on. But then again, when I have this off, I don't want this down. So, kind of a rub, but yeah. Let's see. Problem with having these so close to it is you have to take scissors to it. I already nicked the figure. Part of the selling points for the Ultimate Edition figures are the different kind of ab crunch style point of articulation here, and then the double jointed elbows in addition to the double jointed knees, and then the flexible toes as well. Takes a little doing to get them to go, but it's a pretty impressive figure. I'm not crazy blown away by it. Full disclosure here, I'm not much of a Ultimate Warrior fan. You know, as far as it's just something that never really hit me. Not to mention, I don't care for the facts they made about Hurricane Katrina or Bobby Heenan, but this is not a hit piece. Maybe if you're a huge Ultimate Warrior fan, you're gonna kind of round this thing up. But so far, I'm not super blown away by it. Certainly. It is an upgrade from the Elites, but the only way to really tell for sure is by comparing it to an actual Elite. So we're going to take a look at this 2013 Elite. I think this is what, 26? Yeah, Series 26. And we'll see how this stacks up, or vice versa. Alrighty, cool. Snap. Crackle. Pop. Some of our more eagle-eyed viewers might already notice that has a different paint job for the face, obviously. But this 2019 Ultimate Edition figure has the same exact head sculpt as this 2013 Elite figure. Laziness? That's up for you to decide. Yeah, you know what? I gotta admit, I mean, this thing really does the job, because starting off with this and feeling how posable it is harder to go back to the Elite. This really is a joy to manipulate and maneuver. It really has a nice feel to it. So I was kind of, I was a little skeptical. The Ronda one is a revelation. Like, that one is incredible. That blew my mind. This one I'm a little bit more reserved about. I'm excited to see how the other figures in the line are. It's trickier, truthfully, with Warrior because of his accoutrements. You kind of are starting off with something that already is kind of bogged down by the number of accessories on it. So I feel like I can't be as thorough with this as I might another superstar. But it is a really good figure. It is unique that it does represent Ultimate Warrior in the WCW era, which was so short-lived. I think he had like 3 actual matches in there. So that window of time was so brief that it's really cool that gets represented in figure form. And it's a really interesting place for them to have this figure. Like, it's interesting to me. Like, I think that's a really creative and unique choice. Definitely a more difficult time even getting this dude to stand. There we go. Whereas this really is like butter. Of course, we got the interchangeable head, we got the interchangeable hands. Let's check those out. Yeah, so pretty cool. Again, I can't help but compare this to the Ronda figure, also from Series 1. I like this one. If the Ronda is like a 10 out of 10 as far as what they're giving you in the box, in the expensive box. I mean, it costs a bit of money to get these. If the Ronda figure is really worth the $50, I would still say this is like 35. In my personal opinion. Feel free to disagree. Let me, if you have it, let me know in the comments how you feel in terms of the bang for your buckness of this. But yeah, let's go right into it. Let's do some pros and cons. Ultimate Warrior Ultimate Edition Series 1. It's really nice detail, but uses old head sculpts. It can do 20 clotheslines in a row, but it still doesn't measure up to the other Series 1 figure as far as posability. It's a great figure of a truly iconic wrestler, but still manages to feel a little too expensive for what it is. Alrighty, that is a wrap. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to check out some of our other videos and follow me on Instagram at Toy Boy Federation. Have a solid one.